Back inside Rec Hall, the Big Ten regular season title will be decided today as well as the rotation order next week of the Big Ten Championships. Minnesota and Iowa, they were perfect in the regular season, 5-0. Michigan, their only loss came to Nebraska. And you can see we have the top three teams in the Big Ten here as we decide who will compete in the morning and the night session of the Big Ten Championship. Let's meet the coaches today. Starting with Penn State, Jeff Thompson, his 6th season with the Nittany Lions. Beth Palaki, it's her 27th season with Michigan, 40 seasons of Michigan gymnastics. Jen Hansen, her 2nd season with Minnesota and the Gophers. And Larissa Livy, fresh off that upset that we got a chance to witness against Nebraska. And Luis Levine, his 5th season with Rutgers. Rutgers is on bye. Is that a disadvantage to have that bye where obviously each one of these clubs, we'll see Penn State and Nicole Medford start on bars. Each one of these teams will at least get one rotation off, but Rutgers, after this rotation off, they have to go straight through.
No, I think that is a good start to start on a bye because then you don't have to lose your momentum. Good lines on bars. Judges are looking for those handstands as well as form. A little loose there in the full pirouette, but pulls out the dismount with a nice stick to start off with.
Nicole Medved's the junior, a great start. And in progress on the floor, Kaylin Rowan for the Minnesota Gophers, the junior from Orange, California, and a marketing major.
Starting off with a high energy floor routine. Getting the team pumped up. Beautiful double tuck, perfect landing, not even a step back there.
Good start for Minnesota.
Very good start.
And a moment ago, Michigan, who leads the conference in every apparatus. They begin with Emma McLean, the freshman from Clarkston, Michigan. She's completed on vault and floor this year.
Wow, huge vault. Tons of height off the table, only a small hop. Beautiful form in the air.
Back to the uneven bars. Up second for Penn State is Jessica Jones, the freshman from Canfield, Ohio. Jones posted 3 individual event title wins this season. And high school 7th at the Junior Olympics on balance beam. It's a very young Penn State squad. You take a look at Jeff Thompson's group. 8 of the 14 athletes on his team, they're new, including out of the 7 are freshmen.
Yeah, so no seniors for them this year, which can be a challenge. The juniors really have to step up into that leadership role.
Home metric score 9.8. Saw McLean a moment ago. She had a 9.775 on vault.
Beautiful Tkachev right into her overshoot. Trying to get all those handstands up. Another full pirouette into a double back step dismount.
Penn State 2 for 2. And a moment ago, not the start I would look for was Savannah Borman starting on beam again. 6 up, 5 counts, so you can drop a score.
You can drop a score. But as the gymnast, you don't want to be thinking, oh, I can drop 1 score just in case I make a mistake. Every girl's got to be on their game.
Borman scored only a 9 on this routine after having a fall. Difficult to start on beam to have that as your first apparatus?
It can be difficult, but sometimes, you're so prepared for it, and then the rest of the events you can kind of just let loose a little bit. There she was a little off balance, couldn't save it. Unfortunately, not a way you want to start off on beam. important that she can finish the rest of this routine now with as minimal mistakes to make up for that fall.
For Borman, it's her first year competing with the Iowa Hawkeyes after last year competing at Arizona State.
Coming up for the dismount. Beautiful stuck dismount. That was a good way to come back. Keep fighting after that fall.
We're in rotation number 1. Michigan is on vault, Penn State on bars, Iowa on beam, and Minnesota on floor. Brianna Sang, she was the freshman of the year a year ago. Now a sophomore out of Vancouver, British Columbia. It's the first freshman of the year for Penn State since Shreya Messer.
Beautiful form. Very high release move there, right into her combination. Looks like she's hitting those handstands. The judges will reward her for that. Wow. They are on a roll with these stuck dismounts.
A 9-8 for Medvitz Jones, a 9-8-5-0, and Brianna Sang with a spectacular start for the Penn State Nittany Lions on bars. Again, the challenge for these athletes, all 4 rotations going at once. Typically, when we do meets on the air in Big Ten, we get to see individuals one at a time. And now live, here's Nicole Arts, the junior, who was the all-around champion a year ago at the Big 5 of the Big Ten championships.
Look at this vault. Very good form. She bent her arms a little bit on the table, which resulted in not as much height off the horse. But beautiful, clean form.
And we've seen Bev Palaki make a number of trips to the judges' table. Third up for Minnesota, Bailey Abernathy, junior from Denver, Colorado. Ran with a 9.825 to start for Minnesota. We're waiting the score for Bailey Holst, who went second.
Coming up for the first pass. Punch front combination into a double back. Beautiful. It's really important on floor. You want to entertain the judges. You don't want them to be bored.
This is a very good event for Minnesota. They're second best in the Big Ten, averaging a 49.195. Bailey Holst has scored 9.7. Michigan, as we mentioned at the onset, they lead the conference in every apparatus. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah, that's tremendous. Got some fun dance moves there. Shows her endurance, very good. Got some fast dance coming up with all these passes. Beautiful. That was a beautiful last tumbling pass. So much height to end on there. Definitely happy with that routine.
We go back to the beam where for Iowa there's a lot of pressure after Savannah Borman fell at the beginning. So Iowa, they need to go 5 for 5. Nikki Yao gets a 9.80.
It's going to be a lot of pressure on the next girls up.
This is Angel Metcalf.
This is where trusting in your training really comes into play. You got to make sure that doubts don't creep into your head. You've done this routine so many times that your muscles know what to do. You can't let your mind get in the way of that. Beautiful leap combination. So far solid.
Angel Metcalf, the second best all-arounder for Iowa. She's ranked 33rd in the country. Has won the beam once this year.
Very nice tumbling pass there. Her triple series, very difficult.
Red with a 9.8. Sakilla with a 9.850. So Iowa has a chance to make it 3 in a row, and they will.
Beautiful. Very nice routine.
So it's Strength and Glover that'll have to hold on for Iowa so they could drop Bowman's score. Brianna Brown, moments ago, the sophomore on vault for Michigan.
Huge Yurchenko full. Nice step there. Looked like her knees bent a little bit in the air off the horse. Judges could take for that form.
And our first look today at Molly Drem. We told you at the onset, last year she did not compete in the all-around. But she was spectacular. This is one of the two events that she was very good at last year. And what has she done now that she's turned into being an all-arounder? She's won 7 all-around titles. She's ranked 21st in the country, 6th best in the Big Ten. Iowa has a chance if they finish second, potentially to Michigan, or if they win this Big Five, they'll win their first regular season title. So there's a lot of pressure today on the Gym Hawks.
There is a lot of pressure today. Molly Drent has been tremendous on this event right here. Her team is definitely going to be looking for her to step up.
A year ago, she was a bars and beam specialist. This year, she's an all-arounder and a spectacular one indeed.
Beautiful
for the Hawkeyes.
move. Setting up for a tumbling pass. Wow. Oh, only a slight balance check, but that was a beautiful series. Very difficult. That handspring layout is very difficult to do. I love the flow and the rhythm of her routine. She just keeps going in from one thing to the next. Right into the dismount. Beautiful 1.5.
Oh, wow.
Not quite the stick, but what an amazing routine.
Molly Drent gets a 9-9, so they need just one more to be able to drop Bowman. And here is the freshman of the year, potentially, Olivia Karas. Last up for Michigan on vault.
This vault is tremendous. It's so high. Look at the height she gets. Wow. 1.5. And just nails it. It's so powerful. She gets on the horse and off the horse so quickly, and that's why she gets so much height off the table. Beautiful.
Fifth up for Minnesota. Sierra Gardner, the sophomore. Lindsay Mabel will go last for Minnesota on floor. So far, Rayon a 9.825, Holst a 9.7, Abernathy a 9.875. We're still waiting the score for Abby DeMuse. She's going to have a 9.825. So far, everybody putting up big scores.
Yeah, it's going to be intense competition. Beautiful first pass. No movement on the landing. A little bit of a hop back there and some form in the air. It's hard to think about your feet when you're flipping in the air. You know, those toes and knees gotta be pointed and straight.
Minnesota, they're the 13th best team in the country on floor. You can see Jenny Hansen in the distance. Former Gopher gymnast herself, taking over the reins of this program in Minneapolis. Made the transition easy.
Yeah, she seems to be doing a tremendous job. The team has been awesome this season. Last pass, 1.5 punch front layout. Not quite the perfect landing, but it was a good one. Very happy about that.
And last to go for Penn State, Kiera Brown. She was a gym dog for Georgia a year ago, and she comes in and she's one of the top all-arounders in the Big Ten. She's posted the top all-around score for the Nittany Lions the last 5 meets, and she is certainly one that could get in there and be the all-around champion at the end of this Big 5 meet.
She definitely could be. That was a huge Tkachev. She has so much height on that. One of the biggest Tkachevs I've seen in the Big Ten. All the small details are really what's going to count in this meet. Sticking those landings. Coming up for the dismount. Nice full out. Wow. Another stuck landing. They were just on a roll with those landings.
Brown a 9.9. And before Garcia, a 9.875 that tied career best. It last to go for Minnesota, Lindsay Mabel. She was the gymnast of the year in the Big Ten. What will she do for an encore in her senior season? She's really been the one to watch all 4 seasons that she's competed in Minneapolis for the Gophers.
Yeah, something I love about Lindsay is she just makes her gymnastics look very effortless. First pass. Opens with a beautiful double pike. Got a lot of power there.
What a senior year it was for her. She won 26 event titles. Sort of 39, 5-5 in the all-around twice. That's a pretty big number.
That is a big number. I mean, you can kind of see now why her scores are so good. It just reflects her gymnastics. She's so clean and precise.
She tied for the floor title of the Big Ten Championships a year ago.
Beautiful combination there. Lots of height. Oh, wow. That was really cool. I'm loving Minnesota's dance. It's very entertaining. Just catches your eye. Last pass. 1.5 punch front layout. Perfect landing. Wow.
What a start here in rotation number 1. The top 3 teams of the Big Ten are here at Rec Hall. And be it Penn State, the host, they're in the lead. Spectacular performance for Lindsay Mabel. What a rotation it was, the rotate. Rotation number 2 when we come back to Rec Hall. BTN Plus available on BTN To Go. Subscribe to BTN Plus and gain access to hundreds of non-televised events. Then enjoy them on more platforms wherever you are. Get BTN Plus now available on BTN To Go. After rotation number 1, Penn State, Minnesota, they're in the lead. And joining us, the head coach of the Nittany Lions, Jeff Thompson. Coach, a season best performance for you on bars. What was the key?
Stick and dismounts. We stuck 6 out of 6, which hasn't happened all year. So anytime you land dismounts without taking a step, you're going to get better scores. And we got the best scores of the year so far.
Coach, 1 down, 3 more events to go. You're here on your home turf. What was your mindset coming into this meet today?
Well, our talk was about just have fun and do what they've been doing in the gym all week. They've been relaxed. They've had a lot of energy. As you know, we've struggled on beam and Rec Hall. We're great on the road, but we've struggled here, and we're ready to turn that around right now.
Coach, you take a look at Kiera Brown, the transfer that came in. What has she meant to this Penn State program? We saw with a 9.9 on bars.
Well, yeah, not only does she bring beautiful gymnastics that scores really high on every event, but she brings a leadership quality too, and we were really looking for that. As you know, we don't have any seniors on this team, so getting a transfer student to come in with that much experience at a high level has really helped us this year.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Historic Rec Hall. They've watched Shreya Musser win all-around titles, but also Martin Luther King spoke right here in this building in University Park, PA, January 21st, 1965. Chance to talk to the Nittany Lion faithful.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
So much great history here. Obviously, they've won a bunch of Big Ten titles in men's gymnastics, volleyball right here inside this arena.
Yeah, I love rec hall. It's just a very small, intimate setting that just really pumps you up.
Michigan, they finished with a 49.275 on vault, and one of their top vaulters, Talia Shirelli, in rotation number 1. Check out this vault. It went for 9.9.
Wow. Yeah, that was a huge vault. You know, they're up in their vaults doing that 1.5 now. It's a 10.0 because the fulls devalued to a 9.95. So she stepped up and did a tremendous vault.
While Iowa's on bye as we begin rotation number 2, let's check out the results from the first rotation. And as we mentioned, a season best performance for the Nittany Lions on uneven bars, and they were led by Browns 9.9.
Wow, tremendous scores there. I mean, that really shows you that those small, precise details really do matter, getting all those sticks, and a competition like today, it's going to come down to those things.
The 6th score gets dropped. They count 5, and Olivia Karras maybe on her way to her first all-around Big 5 title with a 9.950.
Another huge score there, but her vault is tremendous.
Minnesota right now tied for the lead with a 49.325. They put together quite a floor exercise. Iowa right now is on bye, and it is a tight battle early on.
It sure is.
All right, we will begin with Rutgers, who is on bar in rotation number 1. Libby Groden will be the first to go. And Groden has really been the star athlete this year for this Rutgers Scarlet Knight squad. Take a look at her. She has posted the all-around score, the top all-around score for Rutgers, and scored a 39 or higher 3 times. She's kind of been a workhorse as well because she's gone in the all-around 9 of 10 meets. It's not expected that during the course of the regular season that night in and night out you're going to be competing in every event.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard on your body to compete week in, week out, especially on every event. It's not easy.
Going to sophomore from Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. We'll begin for Rutgers. This is a team just transitioning into the Big Ten.
First pass. Got a beautiful combination. 1.5 to a punch back layout. Or that step out. Coming up for the second pass. Beautiful double pike.
It's all about the beat on floor, isn't it?
Yes. You gotta have that beat. Pump everyone up. See there, she's definitely having fun out on that floor. Floor was one of my favorite things to compete because you just get out there and have fun. Last pass. Very nice 1.5. That was a very good start for Rutgers. They should be happy with that routine. It's only going to build from there.
Minnesota tied for the lead with Penn State, and moments ago, Sierra Gardner led things off. She's with a 9.875 on floor. She's competing in the all-around today.
Wow. That was a really nice Yurchenko full. She landed a little bit to the side of the mat, which means she twisted too early off the table. The judges can take for that. But she definitely got a lot of height.
Penn State the leaders after the first rotation. And here's the reigning freshman of the year, Brianna Sang, who scored a 9.850 on beam.
As Coach Thompson had mentioned, they've been struggling on this event in Rec Hall a little bit this season. Let's see how they step up today.
Currently they're 25th in the country on beam, averaging a 48.995. I know that he was hoping that he may have some eligibility left.
I would love to get out there and compete beam again.
Mason Hoke, a 9.775, their first score.
Very nice tumbling series there. Maybe standing layout. Difficult because she doesn't have that handspring in front of it.
Everybody always talks about the challenge of beam. It seems like it's seemingly the most difficult gymnastics event, but you talk about how much you enjoyed it. Why did you enjoy it so much?
I just kind of got in a zone when I was up on that beam. I blocked everything out. I literally couldn't hear the crowd, no one, and I was just in my own little bubble. And I don't know, I loved it. This event is definitely the make or break event though. Coming up for the dismount. Beautiful, another stuck landing.
Penn State, they're 2 for 2 on beam.
That's a great start. Looks like they're getting that ball rolling again with those dismounts.
Brianna Brown scored a 9.75. She's up third for Michigan on bars.
She's got a huge release move right here. She does the ray. Right into the pack salto. Beautiful combination. So she gets right back up and goes for that dismount.
Michigan, the 6th best bars team in the entire country.
Beautiful double layout.
Oh, wow.
Wow. She's so extended in the air. Not quite the perfect stuck landing, but only a tiny hop.
Moments ago, Bailey Holst from Minnesota. The Gophers eyeing the regular season title here at Rec Hall.
Muchenko full. Little bit of a hop there. Beautiful form in the air. They should be proud of that vault.
Back to the floor, Rutgers, Libby Groden. She scored a 9.8. Katie Stevek getting ready to go for Penn State.
Beautiful combination there. Front aerial into the back handspring.
This is Regaza. Get to the floor in a moment. Again, there's so much happening all at one time. That's to make beam even more difficult, you assume.
Yeah, that's kind of like when you're up on that beam, what I was talking about. You got to block everything out because there is so much going on. You can get easily distracted. Coming up here for the dismount. Trying to get her placement on the beam. Oh, not the dismount. Oh, yep, side aerial right into the back pole. Okay, very nice dismount there. A little bit of hesitation it looked like as she went into that, but she got it.
A moment ago, Bailey Abernathy. Check out this 9.9 she scored on vault.
So front handspring, front pike tap out.
She loved it.
That's a vault you don't see too often.
And now, here is Katie Stevek on floor for Rutgers. Libby Groden scored a 9.8. And Montanago a 9.775.
Wow, punch front double full. That is a difficult skill. Judges are looking for a complete 180 on those splits. Ending with a double tuck. Oh, had a little bit too much power there. Popped back a little bit. When you have all this adrenaline, you gotta know how to channel it, because you don't get that adrenaline in practice all the time.
Potentially your all-around champion today. You're got to watch out for the freshman Olivia Karras. She already scored a 9.950 on vault. That was a huge score.
Yes, huge score there. See if she can carry that on into bars. Got some very powerful bars, huge release moves. This is a great combination here. Goes up to the high bar, right back down to the low bar with the pack salto. All those skills have to be dead on in order to do them back to back like that. Very difficult.
She just makes it look easy, doesn't she?
She really does. There's the dismount. Beautiful form. A little bit of a step back there. Looked like she wanted to go for that stick.
She was the gymnast of the week twice this season, the freshman of the week 8 times, and back to the vault, Lindsay Mabel. We've seen her be perfect on vault.
Yeah, she was perfect. 9.95 is a perfect score for that Yurchenko full. She got that. Let's see if she can do it again. Wow. It's not going to be quite the perfect score. She had that little hop there, but her form in the air is just, it's so tremendous. She was so clean.
A 9.850, the score for Lindsay Mabel. And we go back to Beam and Kiera Brown, who had a spectacular start on bars with a 9.9. In Penn State so far, they've been clean on beam, including a career best 9.850 for Regaza.
Sign up for the series. Got a big back handspring back layout. Solid landing. Very nice. Something that's so crucial to these balance beam routines is the rhythm of your routine. You know, if you go too slow, it can kind of throw off your groove, so to speak. So you got to keep that rhythm, but you also don't want to rush it. So it's finding that balance. Coming up for the dismount. So far, solid routine. Let's see if she can get that step landing.
Oh, wow.
Very close. Wow.
Her score is 9.9. It tied a career best. And last to go for Michigan, Nicole Arts, the reigning Big Ten champion in the all-around. Imagine a lineup where you have Olivia Karras and Nicole Arts going back-to-back.
There are going to be some big scores.
Arts has been named the Gymnast of the Week 4 times again this season. She's had another terrific year. A 5-time All-American.
Oh, man, she had so much height, but she let go of that bar a little too early. It took her too far away. She just couldn't get that dowel over the top of the bar.
Well, the good news for Michigan is all the scores prior were 9.8 or better, so they will be able to drop the score for Nicole Arts, but unfortunately for her, it's going to take her likely out of the all-around running.
Let's see if she can finish up here with a nice clean dismount. Possibly stick that landing. Boom. Yep. She always gets that dismount, it seems like. It's just so much height. She spots her landing.
A moment ago, back on beam, Jessica Jones going for Penn State. The Nittany Lions, they're 4 for 4. So we need one more hit routine. Jones with a 9.850 on bars.
A lot of pressure here as a freshman. She's 5th in the lineup, so that means they're counting on her for a big score.
This was her event back in high school. She can't hold on.
Can't hold on. She just landed that layout. Her hips were not square, and that just knocked her off the beam. There's where that pressure comes into play. As a freshman, you don't have the experience. Sometimes you don't know how to handle the pressure. Important for her to finish off this routine with minimal balance checks. Very nice punch front there. Nice and solid. Setting up for the dismount. Back handspring gainer, fall off the side. Beautiful landing.
There'll be a lot of pressure on Nicole Medvitz.
Yes, going to be a lot of pressure there.
She'll be last to go for Penn State, and she'll need a hit routine so that they can drop Jessica Jones 9.275. We're back live on floor, and this is Emma Hoffman. So redshirt senior from Union, New Jersey.
I love when the gymnasts can give facial expressions on the floor. Just shows you that they're really into it and they want to entertain the crowd and the judges.
Emma Hoffman up 5th for Rutgers. And now for Penn State, Nicole Medvitz. She needs a hit routine on beam so that they can drop Jessica Jones' score. Remember, Penn State the leader.
A lot of pressure here. There's a series. Difficult one arm. Back handspring into a back layout. That was perfect landing, nice and solid. So far, so good. Beautiful there. I love her flexibility. She really shows it off in this routine. As you can see there, beautiful. It's very elegant here again, showing off that flexibility.
This is huge for Penn State right here.
Huge. Front aerial. Very nice. Right into that dismount. Wow, she did it. She was able to hang on. That was a tremendous routine under the pressure. She really nailed it.
The fans loved it. Inside
Fans
rec
are
call.
going crazy.
They called for a 10. And Nicole Medvitz, a career best 9.975, so she got a 10 from one judge.
Wow. That is just tremendous for Penn State.
And look at Penn State. They struggled on beam all year long, but they're going to get a 49.375.
Wow. Yeah, awesome.
Rana Ali, last to go for Rutgers on floor.
Huge full in, so much power there. Almost went out of bounds. I don't think she went out of bounds though. She just saved it. Coming up for that second pass. punch front combination into a double pike. Very nice landing. Very intense floor dance. She's got a little bit of everything, actually. Last pass. See how she can finish it off. Double tuck. Very nice landing. Awesome floor routine.
Ali finishing things up for Rutgers on floor. And Mom, she loves it.
She does love it. Normally you see the gymnasts doing the routine. There you see her mom.
What a start for the Nittany Lions at home. Nicole Medved's a career best 9.975, a season best for Penn State. After rotation 2, they're the leaders here at home. On BTN is brought to you in part by State Farm. It pays to double check. Talk to your agent today. Back inside Brett Call. A reminder, you can always hear from BTN personalities and get programming information and so much more. Follow the Big Ten Network on Twitter today. 2 rotations in. Joining us, Minnesota head coach Jenny Hansen. The Gophers will be on bars here in rotation number 3. Jenny, great start for your team, and so far we've seen Lindsay Mabel be Lindsay Mabel. How important has she been to this Gopher team all 4 years?
She's been just wonderful. You know, every year she's gotten better since she's gotten here at Minnesota. And not only is she a great gymnast, but she's a great leader, and we're going to miss her when she leaves.
Coach, you started off on floor in vault, high energy events. How do you switch gears going into bars and beam?
You know, we've been practicing this rotation all week, and so I think we're ready for it to kind of bring our energy down a little bit and stay calm the next 2 events.
But they want me to ask you, do you have any Rachel Bantams on your team?
You know, we have 3 Rachels on our team, but no Bantams.
Thank you, Coach. Jenny Hansen, head coach of Minnesota. The Gophers will be on bars. On the vault, they scored a 49-2 with Abernathy at 9.9. Mabel just behind her at a 9.850.
Great scores there. They have a lot of power. Something that maybe would have upped those scores just a little bit more is trying to find those stuck landings.
So Minnesota currently 98.525. Michigan, they're currently second with a 98.550. Brianna Brown leading the way with a 9.925. That's the highest score we've seen so far on the uneven bars. And how about Penn State? What a clutch performance they got from Nicole Medved's, a 9.975, and the biggest is that they're able to drop the score of Jessica Jones.
Yeah, that was huge for Nicole Medved's to come out and hit that routine like she did after a fall right before her. That was huge for Penn State. They really needed that.
And last Rutgers, they began on floor. They moved now over to vault. And their freshman, Ali, had their top score, 9.875. This is a team that's building with some young talent. Iowa's back after their bye. They'll be on the floor. And Penn State at home with season best performances on bars and beam, leading the way. Certainly a surprise, because this is a meet that we came in, we thought that it was going to be really exciting. As you see, Brown is the all-around leader after 2 rotations. We thought it was going to be exciting because we had the top 3 teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But look at the Nittany Lions.
Yeah,
crashing the party.
like I said earlier, you know what? They're on their home turf. This crowd and the support they get from them is amazing. This is a sport. Anything can happen. So it's so far looking great.
Michigan is on beam. before they go to bye, and then they'll finish on floor.
We're now ready to begin rotation.
Last week, Michigan did have some falls on beam. They're uncharacteristic of them. So I'm curious to see how they're going to do today.
Olivia Karras, the freshman, beginning things for Michigan. Again, it's a lot on the line for these teams. Not only do we have the regular season title, but also there's a morning and an evening session next week in Nebraska for the Big Ten championships. And the top two teams automatically advance to that night session. Michigan knows the struggles because 2 years ago they finished third in the quad meet, and they ended up having to win the Big Ten title out of the morning session. It's always a lot easier to compete with teams when you know what you need to do.
Yeah, it's easier to compete in that evening session, but as Michigan proved last year, you can still win from that morning session. So far, great start for Olivia. Been solid on all her landings.
Sunny Cater right now is the top gymnast on beam. She represents Illinois. We'll see the second best. We saw the second best gymnast on beam in Molly Drenth earlier.
Small balance check there.
This is the weakest event for the young freshman. But yet she's the top all-arounder in the conference.
I was going to say, you can't tell that this is her weak event. She's so tremendous on everything. Wow. Very nice dismount to finish off. Little bit of a hop there.
Moments ago, Libby Groden scored a 9.725 on ball.
Let's take a look here. Yurchenko full. Wow, nice stuck landing. You got to be careful, though. Even though you stick the landing, your feet can't be too far apart. They have to stay shoulder width, or the judges can still take on that. It's one of the best feelings, though, when you just nail a vault. I love it.
Michigan just trailing Penn State. Brianna Brown will be second up for Michigan on beam. She won her first all-around of the season at Southern Utah. 25th in the country in the all-around.
Beautiful lines. Nice connection there. Those connections can be tricky because if you go too slow, the judges could possibly not give you the connection.
Olivia Karras starts off with a 9.9. That matches her season high.
Oh, little bit of a bobble there. She held on. It's a good fight. Those side semis are a little tricky, landing sideways on the beam. Coming in for the dismount. She could use that stuck landing here. And she does it. Wow. Beautiful double full. Spots the landing.
Great job.
Moments ago, Minnesota on bars with Sierra Gardner. Rachel Cutler scored a 9.775.
Had to start under the low bar there. That'd be a little difficult. Going into that release move. Very nice height. A little bit of leg separation on that overshoot. Coming in for the dismount, double front landing. Wow, that is a hard dismount to stick like that. You're coming in on a blind landing. You have to be very precise off the bar when you let go. That was awesome.
The senior Jenna Williams on vault. This vault went for a 9.825.
Wow, nice. A little bit of a hop there. She was in the middle of the table, got huge height.
The Hawkeyes, they're on floor after coming off their bye. Edlin scored a 9.8. This is Lainey Snyder up second. Gardner, by the way, she scored a 9.825. Excuse me, Melissa Zarowski, who's up third now for Iowa. Snyder just finishing her routine. We'll give you her score in a moment.
It's always a little bit nerve-wracking to have to wait for the judges if they're contemplating on a score.
Lindsay Mabel, she's got the highest score so far on floor, 9.925.
It's going to be a hard score to beat.
Second best score, the freshman from Rutgers, Brianna Alley at 9.875. Is it nerve-wracking for a gymnast having to wait for the score?
Yes, it is. Well, for the person up, you know, you're ready to go, and you're like, come on, I want to get this started. So when you don't, you know, it can play with your mind.
Now they're ready.
Here comes the first pass. Huge double pike. Little stumble on the landing. Looked like she had a lot of power. She didn't quite control it. 1.5 punch front layout.
This has been the most challenging event this year for the Gym Hawks. They're 23rd in the country on floor. That's their lowest ranking. So this is really an important event for them to get through with some big scores.
What's going to come into play is those landings needing to be clean, and then all their leaps and jumps, you know, getting those 180 splits, having tight knees, pointed toes. That's going to help get those scores up.
And for the score we just received, Lainey Snyder, 9.675. That appears to be the score you'd obviously like to drop.
Yeah, a little low, 9.6. Hopefully they can drop that one, count something a little higher than that. That was the third pass. A little bit of a stumble there on the landing. Hold it through. So not perfect on the landings, but she held it together. Wonderful dance she had.
Move back to the uneven bars for Minnesota. Madeline Hanley. She's up fourth, the senior. Minnesota came into this meet with a chance to be crowned regular season champions. They could finish first or second.
A little bit of a form break on that overshoot.
Hanley won this event earlier in the season against Iowa State.
Dismount. Let's see if she can stick it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome. She is very excited about that.
Last to go for Rutgers on vault, Emma Hoffman.
Powerful run. Wow. So that was a half. We've got the blind landing there. It's hard to stick those.
And she tied a career best with a 9.875. We're back to Beam and Nicole Arts, who's now out of the all-around competition after the 9.125 on bars, but obviously she'd love to come through for Michigan in a big way in her final two events.
Yeah, she's going to have to put bars behind her. You know, even though she's out of it for herself in the all-around, it's important that she can now hit this event and get that team score they need.
Good scores early on for Michigan. 9.9 from Karis, tied a career best. They get a 9.825 from Brown and Martinez at 9.825.
Good front arrow. A little bit of a hesitation on the landing, but she covered it up good.
Michigan entered this third rotation, trailing Penn State by just over a 10.
Front toss right into a back handspring. So she had a slight wobble before she did the back handspring. There is a possibility the judges could not give her that connection.
We just got the score from Lindsey Williams. She tied a career best as well with a 9-9. Oh, not the finish Nicole Arts hoped for.
That looked a little painful. She didn't quite get the rotation she needed. Oh yeah, she looks like she's hurting. So let's take a look here, let's see what happens. She doesn't quite get her chest up like she needs to off the beam. Therefore, her feet were just so far behind her, she couldn't pull it out.
Moments ago, on the uneven bars, last to go from Minnesota was Lindsay Mabel. So far, the lowest score for the Gophers, a 9.775 by both Cutler and Hanley.
Beautiful release. Got that back salto, turns, goes right back up to the high bar. Again, you can see her line so clean. She really does make this event look effortless. Watch this huge dismount. Wow. She gets so much height. She is like well over the high bar.
She scored a 9.85.
Great routine there. 3
remain for the Hawkeyes on floor. This is Angel Metcalf. Then they'll finish with Molly Trent and Allie Glover. Metcalf a 9.850 on beam.
They're really going to be wanting to work on their landings on this event. Got beautiful artistry. The floor routine can be like you're telling a story with your motions. First pass, double tuck, a little bit of a hop back there. So much power.
Metcalf, the second best all-arounder for the Hawkeyes.
Very sharp in all her dance moves. Second pass here. Round off 1.5, punch front layout. That was a good landing there.
Carver Hawkeye Arena, it's going to host an NCAA regional a couple of weeks after the Big Ten Championship, the first weekend in April. It'll be a great opportunity for the Hawkeyes to compete at regionals at home.
Yeah, that'll be huge to have their crowd supporting them through that. Last pass, double pike. Again, not quite the landings they're wanting. Yeah, she stayed in bounds, but I think she had about 3 steps back. So they can take 3/10 on that. 2 or 3.
And Metcalf, 9.7 will be her score. Back to beam. And Lindsey Williams. She tied a career best with this performance, scoring a 9.9.
It's a great score.
Williams, a senior captain.
Beautiful. That jump, she had to throw her head back, take sight off the beam. That's really hard to do.
Summer she did an internship up at Michigan State at the Rivals at the Geomicrobiology Lab.
Coming up for the series. Very nice, solid landing. Dismount. Gonna be looking for that landing. 1.5. She found it. Beautiful.
Lindsey Williams tied a career best with a 9.9. Back for the Hawkeyes, back on for Molly Dremp. This was moments ago. This routine earned her a 9.850.
Beautiful double pike, good form in the air.
Last year, Dremp competed every meet on bars and beam. She finished 9th on bars in the Big Ten Championship. This year, she's been asked to open things up and compete in the all-around, and she has been very successful with 7 all-around titles.
Little stumble there on the landing. Definitely fun dance, though. You can tell she's having fun while she's out there. Last pass. Got a 1.5 punch front layout. So a little dance move there, little kick. Very beautiful ending pose. Yeah.
Molly Dremp, the 9.850 for the Hawkeyes. We are through rotation 3. Penn State back on the floor when we come back to Rec Hall. They're the leaders, and they'll be on the floor when we come back. Back inside Rec Hall in University Park, PA. Big Ten Network presenting the Big 5 championship. And the leaders, Penn State, back on the floor. And what a meet it's been for Iowa. A regular season, they were undefeated 5-0. Dremp, spectacular on beam. And moments ago, Allie Glover, she's posted the highest floor score, career best, 9.925. And the Hawkeyes right in the thick of things competition-wise. And Larissa Libby joining us, the head coach of the Hawkeyes. It looks like the Jimhawks on the way to the postseason for the 8th time in 9 season. What have these seniors been for your program? You talk about, take a look at Dremp and what she's done this year. She's been spectacular.
Absolutely, and you know, the greatest thing for our program is Molly's only a junior, so we're lucky. We're going to have her for another year. Allie Glover is certainly a leader for our team. She just scored a 9.925 on floor. You know, and the most important thing for us is not really her scores. They affectionately call her the mom of the team, and rightly so. She's always taking care of them, making sure that everybody's in line and doing the right thing and keeping our team in line first.
Coach, you started off on beam, had a bye, then went to floor. How do you feel about your performance so far, and what would you like to see the team do to finish off the meet?
I think they're a little tight right now. They're excited, and I need them to settle down just a little bit. We're making some little mistakes, like detail mistakes. And so we've just asked them, stay focused on us, attack, be resilient, do everything possible to stay within our bubble, but at the same time, you got to go a little more aggressively so you can feel comfortable with going after all those details. So I would like to see them up the detail side of it a little bit more. Other than that, it's always a blast to be on the floor with this team. If you watch them, their character shines every time, and that's the most important thing for me right now.
And Coach, it's all about the experience. I know that yesterday you guys traveled about 15 miles away to Penn State. What was that like?
It was awesome. I mean, just to get the chance to go away and do something different that you never get to do. We went in and out of the cave, so it was cold. It was exciting. Just something different. Keep their minds off of what we had to do today. But it was fun, and that's what it's all about. I'm sorry?
You see any bats?
Oh, gosh, yeah, we saw bats. Not fun. Not fun.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
Larissa Libby, head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes. And the Jimhawks, they were led by Glover on floor, the 9.925. They were able to drop the Snyder's 9.675. Rutgers in their 3rd rotation. They got a couple of career best performances, including the one for Hoffman, who scored a 9.875. It's been a day that's been filled with season best performances on apparatus, and it was just that for Minnesota. They get a season best 49.225. To see some great scores for the Golden Gophers and some disappointing. Michigan right now, they are on bye, but they weren't able to drop Nicole Arndt's score of 9.450 because Shirelli fell off the beam. And the danger right now for Michigan is they could be faced with potentially having to compete in the morning session now because we've seen such high scores all around.
Yeah. You know, I mean, they did that last year, though, so, you know, they can take their experience from what they had last year and, you know, build it from that. But, you know, that's just a tough position to be in.
Penn State, they were the leaders. They were on bye, so right now it is Minnesota in the lead, but Penn State had the highest marks going in. Mason Post, first up for the Nittany Lions. Can they continue the momentum? That's the question. We've had season best performances on both bars and beam. 49.350s.
You know, it is tough sometimes to have great first two events, then have to go to a bye. It's important that in that bye, you've got to kind of keep that momentum up. Beautiful double pike. Solid landing there. Huge smile.
This is
great routine.
one of the most challenging events so far this year for the Nittany Lions, for the 36th in the country. And we've seen some teams really exceed the expectations. Here's our all-around picture as we begin rotation number 4 here inside historic Rec Hall. The freshman, Olivia Karras, just fractionally ahead of Lindsay Mabel.
Not by much, yep.
Rutgers will begin rotation 4 on bars. And here's Libby Groden, moments ago, a 9.65.
Nice release combination. Again, we're looking for those handstands. That one was a little short. Dismount. Hop back there, but beautiful form in the air.
Moving to the beam. It's Sierra Gardner. She's up second. Leon from Minnesota went first.
Front arrow right into that split jump. Beautiful connection. Another leap pass there.
Perfect season this year for the Gophers in the Big Ten. They're 5-0.
Just slight form in the air on that layout. Little knee bend. There's a solid landing. Setting up for the dismount. Back handspring gainer full off the side. Nice step landing.
Back live on the floor, Jessica Jones for Penn State. The freshman trying to come through in a big way for the Nittany Lions.
You can see there she has both ankles taped. Has battled through some injuries. Definitely not easy to do floor with ankle injuries.
They're able to drop her 9.275 on beam.
Beautiful connection.
The career best keep piling up for the Nittany Lions because Ho's score just came in. It's a career best 9.850.
Beautiful. Love it. That was awesome.
It's hard to stop momentum when it's on your side.
Sure is. And it is fun to feel that momentum as well.
Moments ago, Angel Metcalf on vault. Nikki out. She had a career best 9.9 just prior. This vault a season best 9.875.
Just take a look here. Beautiful. Wow, lots of power. Good form in the air. Didn't quite settle into that landing for the stick. But it was beautiful form.
Moving to Bean. This is Rachel Haynes. She's up third for the Gophers. They start off with a career best 9.850 for Rayon. Gardner, a season best 9.9. And the Gophers are piling up some big scores as well on Bean.
9.9, that's a really good score. Let's see if she can top that or do the same. She's going to need to come out and be aggressive. The judges love to see confidence when you're up on that beam.
5.99 so far on Bean. The 9.975 for Nicole Memphis is the highest score posted.
Beautiful landing.
Again, these athletes are competing with all 4 rotations at one point. I would think it'd be the most difficult on balance beam.
Yeah, it depends on the gymnast. Like, I love doing beams. Some other events are a little bit more challenging for me. Just depends. Coming up for the dismount here. Oops, excuse me, we got the switch side. Another leap pass there. So much energy in this arena right now. It's crazy. Beautiful. Wonderful dismount there. Great way to end it.
Moments ago, Molly Drent for Iowa on vault. The Hawkeyes has some huge score on vault so far.
Wow. So again, so much power. She had a huge hop out of that. But great height off the table. That's just where you gotta learn how to settle in when you have all that adrenaline. Gotta learn how to channel that and find the landing.
Back in progress. Madeline Hanley on beam. Nothing but season best or career best performances so far for Minnesota. Haynes a score of 9.950. It's the second highest total on beam so far today.
Beautiful front toss. Right into the Sassone, right into the dismount. Great combination there. Definitely difficult connecting all those skills. She did it well.
Back live on floor, Oni Timothy. 2 career bests. Early for Penn State for hosting Jessica Jones. And to mention, this has been the most difficult event for Penn State this year, apparatus-wise, so they could really use the momentum here. And so far, they're getting it.
Yeah, she opens here with a huge first pass. Let's take a look. Does a full in. Landed with her chest a little bit low, but it is a very difficult skill, so the judges could reward her for that. We're back to a 1.5 punch front.
Just before her, Sabrina Garcia with a 9.9.
Wow. You can really tell the momentum that Penn State has right now. You can just see it well, in her face, she just looks like she's having so fun. You know, when you have that momentum, you kind of don't feel the pressure. You just get out there and have fun with it.
That score by Garcia is the third best on floor so far today. Glover and Mabel both scored 9.925s.
Beautiful. Having fun there with her dance.
Enjoy
Crowd
the moment.
loves it. Yep.
Go back to vault. This is the career best performance for Nikki Yao that scored a 9.9.
Take a look here. Huge. Wow. Very nice. Yurchenko half. Again, the landing's very hard. Not quite this thick, but only a small hop. That was wonderful.
Iowa's season best, 49.275 on vault. We go back to beam with our two remaining, Lindsay Mabel and Hannah Norquist. And talk about big scores. Hayne and Hanley in 9.950, 9.950.
Wow.
We all know Mabel can do that.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt, she could do that right now. Maybe even get another 9.97. She just got to be on her game. Oh, so that's going to knock that out a little bit. She fought, though, to stay on that beam. Could be up to a 2 to 3/10 wobble on that series. Again, it's all about getting in that bubble when you're up on that beam. There's so much excitement and so much energy going on right now. It's really hard to not let that distract you.
Well, you know Minnesota is going to be the leader in the clubhouse because they'll go to bye for the 5th rotation.
Coming in for the dismount. Beautiful. Side aerial into a back full. So only that slight wobble.
9.875 for Lindsay Mabel. Getting ready on floor, Penn State's Kiera Brown. 9.9s, both on bars and beam. She is certainly in contention for the all-around
Great
title.
scores there. First pass opens with a double tuck. Nice landing. Now's the time when you want to get that crowd into your routine. Also bring the judges in. You want to draw them into your routine. I always try to pick a moment in my floor routine where I could look at the judges right in the eye. Oh. Didn't get enough rotation there on that double pike. That can possibly hurt the ankles when you land short like that. It does not feel good. Hopefully she can finish off this last pass all right. Taking a breath there. Last pass, 1.5 punch front layout. All right, she finished it off good. Oh man, that's probably not something they wanted. They were doing so well.
And last to go for Minnesota, Hannah Norquist. You see nothing but huge scores for Minnesota as they finish out. And this is a perfect routine, a perfect 10 she scored here on beam. Sit back and watch some perfection. perfection.
That was quite the routine.
And a season best for Minnesota on beam. They score 49-675. Back live on the floor. This is Brianna Sang. Last to go for Penn State.
Again, coming off that fall. She might be feeling the pressure here.
She stepped out of
so much
bounds.
power. Yep, went out of bounds there.
And unfortunately for them, they were looking to drop Kiara Brown's
Yeah.
score. We haven't received it yet, but she did have a fall on one of her passes. We have one rotation remaining. Minnesota, they'll be the leaders in the clubhouse with a 197-425 on the back of a perfect 10 scored by the senior Hannah Norquist on beam. Getting set for the fifth and final rotation here at Rec Hall of the Big Five. Minnesota, the leader in the clubhouse with a 197-425. Michigan coming off a bye. They will finish on 4. They're the second best team in the country. Jeff Blocky, the head coach of the Wolverines, joining us. Coach, some struggles on beam. What did you tell your team in the bye?
You know, I mean, it is what it is, and it's certainly not what we had hoped it would be at this point. But you got to pick yourself up and go out and try to show why we have been one of the strongest teams on floor all year. You know, part of it is being able to battle back to the extent that we can and make the most of it. But you know, we're glad that next weekend is the actual Big Ten championship. So,
what are your goals coming into floor, finishing off the last event?
we just need to relax and do what we do and be ourselves and not let any kind of pressure or expectation. You know, we can only do what we can do, and sometimes trying to be better than you are puts an undue pressure and causes problems. So, you know, right now we're not sure whether Nicole will be able to do floor or not. That kid's been battling through so many different things that she has going on. And we don't want to take any kind of risk. So we'll see how she is here in warm-ups. We'll make a decision, and you know, we'll do the best job we can today, and we'll start looking forward to next week.
Coach, you take a look at what Olivia Karras has done as a freshman. Really remarkable, probably history-making in the Big Ten. How big has she been for your program?
You know, she's been incredible, and you know, we knew coming in that she was an incredible talent. You never know what a freshman is going to do until you actually get them in competition, and she's been an incredible team player. She has risen to the occasion. You know, she hasn't been perfect, but that's actually kind of good. She's human, and she still has a lot left in the tank, and I expect her to have a great career throughout the rest of her, you know, college gymnastics.
Thank you, Coach. Deb Blocky, the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, State Farm State of Success. She'll be going for title number 21 next week at Nebraska. But the surprise today, Minnesota perfect in the regular season. They're perfect on the balance beam, and they're in the clubhouse as the team to beat. Hannah Norquist a perfect 10, and then nothing but spectacular numbers for Minnesota on beam.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little surprised by that 10-0. I thought it was a fantastic routine, but compared to Nicole, I don't know. To me, it was a close call.
Really put together a great performance all around.
I mean, they're definitely clean. They're hitting their landings. They're being precise with all the details. And that's what you want coming into a meet like this.
Don't change a thing.
Iowa right now, they are currently third, trailing Penn State by 4/10. There's their vault scores. A career best for Nikki Yao, leading the way with a 9-9.
Yep.
Rutgers currently running fifth of the 5 teams, and Emma Hoffman gets a career best performance, leading the way with a 9.750. Well, it's Charlie Santagano who marked that score. Penn State, they're able to drop Brown's 9.225 and their lowest score by Timothy, a 9.850.
Yeah, that's
They've
going to
been a
help them
surprise
out a
team
lot.
today.
Yeah, they've really stepped up today. I mean, we've seen them struggle with injuries, but today you can't really see that.
So you see they need a 49-4 to tie Minnesota. Iowa, Michigan, really no chance to move up at the 49-9. But the intriguing thing at this point is the top teams are going to compete in the evening session of the Big Ten Championship. And the defending champion Michigan Wolverines have a chance that they'll be looking to try to win the title from the morning once again like they did 2 years ago. Because they're currently sitting as the 4th best team. Libby Groden will begin for Rutgers on Beam.
First up is always important on Beam. You got to set the pace for the rest of your team. You want to get up there and start them off with a hit. Very nice series. Solid landing. Beautiful front toss. Right into that jump. Very elegant and graceful up on that beam. She looks very confident. Dismount, gainer fall off the side, stuck landing.
Nice
Wow.
start for Libby Groden,
That was
from the leader for Rutgers.
Yeah, that was a wonderful start for Rutgers.
Moment ago, Mason Hosick, this is a career best 9.8 for Penn State on vault. What a start.
Take a look here. They've done so well on all their landings so far. Let's see if they can get that stick. Wow. And they got it. What a great way to start off their vault.
It's been a career day for Mason Hosick. We saw her with a career best on floor. She follows it up with a career best on vault. Nicole Christopherson leading things off for Michigan. This is the best event for Michigan. They're second best in the country. So if there's ever a spot to try to gain some ground, this would be it.
Yeah, they can definitely come back and, you know, they got to be on their game. They got to get these landings. Their tumbling is so powerful. They could do it. Beautiful. Good routine to start off with. Didn't know where that coach was.
Lady Snyder started off with a 9.8 on bars. This is Alexi Mura, the junior, a pharmacy major for the Hawkeyes.
Nice release. Could have been a little bit higher, but it was good form. Got that handstand on top. That was beautiful. Lining up for the dismount. Wow. Beautiful full out. That was well above the bar. Beautiful routine.
9.825. And 2 good scores for Iowa on bars. Jessica Jones is next for Penn State on vault. And did she bring some energy?
So it looks like Oni's up.
Suzanne Timothy.
Got a huge, oh wow, another stuck landing. My goodness, they're just on fire. She had a little bit of form in the air.
Timothy a 9.825. Jones scored a 9.8. Back to the floor. This is live from Michigan, Lindsey Williams. Senior captain. Lindsay Mabel. Those two have the highest floor total, 9.925s.
Tries to stay inbounds. You could tell she knew she was close. Last pass. Got to keep up that endurance. Huge double tuck. Not a bad landing, but wasn't perfect. Great routine overall. Very good form.
Michigan leads some big scores. They try to move in front of Iowa and Penn State. Fifth up for Penn State, Kiera Brown. This ball went for a 9.875.
Definitely another high score.
A career best performance for her.
Huge Yurchenko full, lots of power. Wow. 9.875 is a really high score for Yurchenko full.
Back to uneven bars and for Iowa, Molly Drem.
There's a dismount. Beautiful. Wow, solid landing. Super happy about that.
The whiskey did fall for Iowa, so they need to drop that. They'll have Metcalf and Sotillo that'll need to hit for Iowa. Up third for Michigan, Brianna Brown. In Minnesota, the leaders. They're on a bye here in the fifth and final rotation. If their total holds, they'll be the Big Ten regular season champions.
That's tough to kind of, just sit back and watch.
Christopherson scoring her first appearance on floor at 9.8. We're waiting for the score for Lindsey Williams.
Wow, beautiful. No hesitation on that landing.
The Nittany Lions are going to finish with a 197-125.
Beautiful. Very graceful dancer.
For the Nittany Lions, it's the first time this season that they've scored a 197 or better, and it couldn't come at a better moment. It might be the mark that puts them into the evening session at the Big Ten Championships a week from now in Nebraska.
Last pass here. Got a big double tuck. Another solid landing. Michigan is not giving anything away.
Here's the final vault for Penn State. The freshman of the year in the Big Ten a year ago, Brianna Sang. This vault went a 9.850, and it solidified a season best performance for Penn State on vault.
Does a 1.5 here. Wow. Powerful. Had that hop forward, but it's a very, very difficult vault, and it's very hard to stick. She performs it well. Her form is perfect in the air.
So 197, 125, the team total for Penn State. That'll be the mark that the Hawkeyes and the Wolverines will try to track down.
Gonna come down to those landings. Has a beautiful double front.
Here's Olivia Karras. She's up 4th for the Wolverines. Right now, Lindsay Mabel leads the all-around 39.5. Molly Trent is currently second at 39.425. But the freshman from Michigan has a chance to say something about those totals.
This is an amazing floor routine here. She starts off with a huge double Arabian. Watch this. Wow.
Karras needs just a 9.8 to tie Lindsay Mabel, and anything better would make her the all-around champion.
I think she could do it. This is certainly one of her event. I mean, she doesn't hold back. She's so aggressive.
Scored a 9.95 3 times this season. And in fact, she's never scored lower than a 9.825.
Wow. Definitely feel the energy she has right now. She is just laying it all out there on the floor. It's important not to get ahead of yourself, though. She's got one more pass. It's not over yet. Wow. That was pretty perfect. That last pass there. That was huge.
Olivia Karras, welcome to the Big Ten. She's going to be the freshman of the year, likely. And she's likely to be the Big 5 all-around champion. We'll await the score. Up 5th for Iowa on the uneven bars, Rachel Metcalf. Johanny Sotillo will be last to go for the Hawkeyes, who need to drop the score of Melissa Zaruski, a 9-1.
Beautiful. Good handstand there. Missed the handstand on that overshoot. The judges could take for that. Dismount. Almost looked a little close to that high bar.
She scored a 9.85.
Wow. Definitely excited about that.
Nikki Shank last to go for Rutgers on beam.
That was very nice. An aerial landing on one leg. A little bit of a wobble there. Like I said before, you can't have any doubt when you get up on this event. Looks like she's taking her time into these skills. Focusing in. Sheep jump there. Nice little moonwalk. That was cute. Dismount with a stuck landing. Beautiful gainer full.
Nikki Shank finishing things out for Rutgers. Back live hot floor. 2 remain for Michigan. This is Talia Shirelli. Then we'll see if Nicole Arts does go.
Little stumble there on the landing. Not a lot. All right.
Olivia Karras, by the way, a 9.925, so that should make her
Wow.
the all-around champion.
It was a phenomenal routine.
So it looks like at this point, Minnesota, they're going to be the regular season champions. And with a 197.425, they're going to have a chance to get the Olympic rotation next week in the evening session of the Big Ten Championships. And a big reason because of what Hannah Norquist did. A perfect 10 on balance beam. The first time she scored a perfect 10 on beam, and then it came at a perfect spot.
It's a very difficult series to do right there.
Top 3 teams advancing to the evening session. Looks like right now Minnesota is in, Penn State is in. The question will it be Iowa or Michigan that'll finish third in the standings?
She's very confident when she's up there on that beam. She doesn't leave anything to chance. You gotta know what you're doing when you're up there, and she certainly does.
And my assumption right now is that's the question for Michigan. The Gophers, they're going to be the regular season champions.
You gotta be excited about that. It's gonna be
197.425. What a performance they put together today.
It's gonna be some good momentum moving into the Big Ten Championships.
And how about Penn State? They came in fourth among the top 3 teams of the Big Ten. They're going to advance to the evening session of the Big Ten Championships. The first time this year that they scored a 197. 197.125.
Yeah, they fought hard today. You know, they came out, they did what they needed to do.
We'll talk about the winners when we come back to Red Call. How about them Gophers? They were golden today on the road. They're the Big Ten champions with a 197.425. Well, the number 1 team next week in Nebraska, it'll be Minnesota. The Gophers golden today. They're the Big Ten regular season champions. They post the highest score, 197.425. And we'll watch them compete next week at the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships. We'll have it for you starting at noon Eastern on the Big Ten Network from the University of Nebraska on BTN and BTN to go. And our final team results, Minnesota finishing first with a 197.425. Penn State second, a surprise performance for the home team. They really put it all together today, Shariah.
They sure did. You know, I knew it could happen. They're in their home turf. It was such an exciting meet.
But the show today belonged to a freshman, Olivia Karras. She was the all-around leader the entire season for the Wolverines, and she put it all together with a 39.625, and she's our Coyote Logistics no excuse impact gymnast.
Wow, it's just phenomenal.
And Olivia joining us on our broadcast. First of all, congratulations on your all-around win.
Thank you.
What was the key for you so far in making that adjustment from high school to collegiate gymnastics so quickly?
It's all been about the team. My teammates have carried me this whole entire season, and I really owe it all to them, the coaches and the team. They've helped me get to this point, and they've motivated me every day in the gym, and I can't thank them enough for helping me get to where I am right now and where Michigan is right now, and so I owe it all to them. They've been awesome.
Olivia, you're phenomenal on all 4 events, but I'm just curious, Which event is your favorite to compete?
Compete, oh my gosh, I love floor so much. It's just such a blast, and the routine is super fun, and my team gets super into it, and even in practice it's fun. So that must say that it's a good, fun routine to go out there and compete. So gotta say floor for sure. It was a blast ending on it today, and yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Olivia, congratulations on a spectacular performance. She's the all-around winner. We'll wrap things up from Rec Hall when we come back. The Gophers, the Big 5 champions today at Penn State. The Big 5 champions, but they're the Big 10 regular season champions as well. A perfect regular season for the University of Minnesota. And they finish in a huge way with a 197-425. The Gophers, indeed, today were golden. Check out their performance. Of course, you know, Lindsay Mabel. She's going to be great. Gardner was great as well. Mabel finished with a 39.5 in the all-around, but the story was the beam. They scored a 49.675 as a team. That's an incredible score.
The University of Minnesota.
And their head coach, Jenny Hansen, her second year at the helm of these Gophers. And first of all, congratulations on the regular season title. Talk to me about the beam and the performance, including that perfect 10 for Hannah Norquist.
Well, it was just incredible. I'm so proud of them. Ending on beam is always tough, but they were calm, and they just did what we do every day. And it was really exciting finish tonight.
Coach, what do you want to take away from this meet today and bring into the Big Ten championships next week?
Well, we're really starting to peak and put everything together, and we hit 24 for 24 routines today, and that was one of our goals, and we're getting better each and every week, so we just want to keep carrying that into the postseason.
Well, you guys are going to have the Olympic rotation in the evening session. What does it mean for the Gophers to be the team to beat next week in Nebraska?
You know, we've competed there. We did a great job there already this year, so we're familiar with the environment, and we're just going to continue doing what we've been doing and hopefully keep getting better each and every week.
Well, thanks, Jenny. Best of luck next week at the Big Ten Championships.
Thank you.
What a spectacular meet it was indeed for those Golden Gophers. A 197-425. They're the Big 5 champion. That's going to do it for Rec Hall. For Sharia Musser, I'm Bernie Gunther saying so long from University Park, Pennsylvania. This has been an exclusive presentation of the Big Ten Network. Coming up next, more gymnastics. It'll be a men's meet between Penn State. They'll be hosting right after this. Stay with us.